So many golfers are unaware that this is how you slice a golf ball and how to stop it. Hi everyone, my name's James and welcome back to Get Good at Golf. In this video we're going to show you a few secret tips to help you stop hitting the dreaded slice with your driver. So we all know that a slice is a shot that starts left of target, finishes right of target, and is often one of the most frustrating shots in the world. Why is that? Because it robs you of distance, robs you of fairways, and often robs you of the score that you so desire. How can I stop hitting that slice, you ask? There's a couple of different ways. So a lot of people know the standard way of hitting a slice. So from the top of the backswing, you start with the upper body, you end up coming over the top, so the plane comes a little bit steep. That makes the club travel from out to in, and with an open face, that's going to hit a slice. Obviously an open face to the target or the path. If the face is closed, then you're going to hit a horrible pull. So many people are unaware that that is a very similar shot to a slice because it comes from that over the top movement. So how can I stop hitting that? And what else can I do to stop doing this? Chris has got a really good tip for you guys towards the end of this video as well. If you think that you're not coming over the top, so many people think, well, I hit a slice, but I don't come over the top. Chris has got a tip for you for that, so make sure you stay tuned. But this is the thing that I see so often. I make a nice backswing, I come a little bit over, and you see, oh, that started straight, started on target, and it's gone 50, 60 yards to the right. It's weak, it's gone about 190 yards. It's very spinny. Nearly went on the road that actually, it didn't, but we're lucky. So how can I stop that? How can I get my club path coming more from the inside? How can I stop coming over the top? How can I hit the ball longer, straighter, and more accurately? So from the top of the backswing, I actually want to start the downswing from where? Guys, get in the comments below, what is your trigger move to start your downswing? I like to feel as though my weight moves into my left hip, and from there I can rotate down. You'll see that my lower body is moving first, and what is that doing to my shaft? It's flattening it, it's coming a little bit more from the inside, whereas if I start the downswing with the upper body, you'll see there that it's actually coming a little bit steeper, and you can actually take a divot with the driver, you can sky your driver, you can ruin your 400 pound, 500 pound driver, and you're left be feeling a little bit silly if we're being honest. So I can make that similar golf swing, backswing's exactly the same, but make sure that I move the lower body to start with. And you can see there I'll hit a nice high draw. That was a similar speed shot, but that's gone 40, 50 yards longer, and it's moving from right to left. It's not slicing anymore, all because I'm making sure my sequencing is correct from the top of the backswing. Guys, Chris is now going to talk you through a tip to stop slicing it if you feel like this isn't the case, but you want to get rid of that dreaded left to right tee shot with your big dog.
Okay, so this is one thing that we see a lot of people who do slice it. A nice big stance, ball position is forward, because you've always been told get the ball position forwards. It needs to be off your left heel, and then from there you start to feel like, right, it's going a little bit high, it's a little bit cutty, so I'm going to get my hands forwards, and this is the kind of position that you are in. From here, it's screaming the ball is going to go to the right. So with the ball position being too far forward, guys, that's going to encourage it. We're past the low point, so where's that club going? It's past its low point, where then the club is working left. Hands forwards is doing what? Hands forwards, we know with a forward press, that is going to push the loft to point out towards the right. So if my path's working left past the low point, my hands are forwards, it's a bit of a double whammy in regards to where that golf ball is going to go. You can see there it's already open, it's past its low point. The toe strikes might help you straighten it out a little bit, but the face might be that far open that we're still going to hit that out to the right. We then start to tilt, it's the low one. Oh yeah, it's not really got airborne that. I like to see the low ball fly, but I need to get rid of the slice. Right, what I'll do is I'll get the ball position a little bit further forwards, because that must be why that it's going low. It must be too far back in my stance. I must be hitting down and that's where it's going. No, it's the total opposite, guys. It's too far forwards of your setup. We're then open with that forward press. So to get your setup correct, we want to have a consistent routine. So with your driver, once we've teed that ball up and we've got it around about a half a ball above the top of the club, we want to set that to our target, and then we want to build our stance. So from here, I'm going to then get my stance, left foot is in front of the golf ball, and then from there I'm going to step away with my right foot. You'll see then that ball position is not as far forwards because we've made sure that we're here to start with, and then we've took our stance. What I see from a lot of people is they're looking down the fairway, they start to shuffle. Right, if I get this nice and far forwards, I need to have less loft and I need to drive it down there. No, let's get that set up correct, let's get it nice and consistent, build the stance. Club, again, we're not trying to forward press that. The end of the club is just going to be in front of your belt buckle. From there, I can now swing nice and smooth. Get that launching extremely high with a nice towering draw. James is as surprised as I am. If we listen to our own tips, we might shoot some better scores. But make sure we get consistent with that. Forget about getting that forward shaft lean. Forget about getting it way forwards in the stance. It wants to be just inside the left heel. If anything with slicing golfers, I see people get it too far forwards. Again, you get told if you're slicing, if you get it further forwards, that club face will be closing. And that's where you get the two-way miss from, because you might get that one. I'll not put it straight into those bushes, I'll aim a little bit right for the guys here at TaylorMade. You might get it further forwards, they really close it down. And again, that's now gone down the opposite side of the fairway. So I've got a two-way miss from getting that ball position forwards. So if anything, guys, get that just inside the left heel. Be consistent with your routine of building that from the left foot. I bring the right foot back. Hands, again, club head just in front of the zipper, and then let that release.
It's another.
Two fantastic drives, which would be past James, as usual, as you know from the channel, guys. Check those points before you hit, and you'll start to gain more distance, start to see that even your off-centered hits, we might still lose a few to the right, guys, if your club face is open, but they're going to start better. They're not going to have as much deviation on them, and we're going to reduce your handicap.
It's on a string. So there's some fantastic tips there to help you stop hitting that slice, start hitting longer drives, and start hitting straighter drives. What's the big census there on what I need to do to make sure that I stop doing that? It is the low point before the ball. If you hit a slice, generally you're going to see that your low point comes after the ball because of what we mentioned earlier about the club coming in steeper. So a really good drill for you to do at the driving range is visualize that low point. You can use a tee, you can use a ball, you can use anything, and I want to feel that my low point is back here at this tee instead of the forward tee here. So by doing what Chris mentioned there, making sure the ball position is correct, making sure the shaft angle is correct, I can feel as though that my spine angle stays behind the ball and the low point is in this area here, as opposed to the low point being this area here post impact, post the ball. That's going to lower your spin rate, it's going to help you launch the ball a lot better, and it's also going to help you generate a lot more speed to hit longer, straighter golf shots. Guys, I've been James and that was Chris. This is Get Good at Golf. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you want to join our journey at getting good one day at a time. And apart from that, we'll see you at exactly the same time tomorrow. Bye.